Why work outside when you can work from home? Yeah, thank you. Welcome back to my channel. It's your girl HiiEishh. This video is going to be about how I find jobs online. I'm going to teach you where I go to find them, the things I use to find them, why it makes sense to work from home, and what to look out for when you are looking for those work from home jobs. If you're not subscribed to the channel, make sure you go ahead and do that. Like, comment, turn on those notification bells, all that good stuff, because that helps get me seen, of course. So if you like these videos, share these videos and interact with these videos. Thank you. I would say I like working from home because A, you get to be home with your family more often, which a lot of people complain about, and that relieves you of that. B, you get the opportunity to travel more. You don't have to stay in one place because you have to commute back and forth to work from that same place. You can literally, in most jobs, work from anywhere in the country, sometimes even outside the country. I ain't been out there, but we getting there, sis. And then C, the biggest thing for me is less office politics that you have to deal with. Me, I am like borderline antisocial and an introvert, so I like to talk, but not a lot. And I like to be around people, but I like to be selective in the people that I'm around so that I know how to give my energy conservatively. You feel what I'm saying? So working from home takes me away from having to be social for 8 hours a day in an office and everything that comes along with that. Like, yes, you still have to be social when you work from home, but it's on a much smaller scale that's manageable. One thing about me is I'm gonna find me a work from home job. The last 5 years, I have primarily worked from home. Like, there have been points where I had to go in office and do a little job here and there, depending on what situation I'm in, but primarily my jobs have been work from home. And around this time, I had just had my first baby, so that all worked out for me. I got to be at home with her, and I've essentially been at home with her for the first 5 years of her life. I had another baby, so I've been home with both of them for a majority of the time they've been living. That has been a blessing. I've also gotten to experiment a lot with entrepreneurship in the last 5 years. I've dabbled and dabbled in a number of businesses. I've had some failures, I've had some successes, and I definitely want to share those on this channel as well. Just that, like, I love that I've been able to be the primary caretaker of my kids. Like, I don't have to send them to a babysitter. I don't have to send them to daycare. I don't have to worry about the dangers of doing that. I can just do it myself and not have to worry about what's being taught to them, what's being influenced to them, and all that stuff. I just get to really develop me. I develop them. It's literally a blessing. In the next few moments, I want to share with you how you can work from home. I want to share with you where you go to find these opportunities. I want to show you what types of equipment and other things you'll need to be prepared to accept these opportunities. And then I want to show you what things you need to be looking out for. So stay tuned so you can get all that information. So what do I need to work from home? Glad you asked. I would say you need 3 things, sometimes 4, to be able to work from home. A, you need a smartphone. You need a way to be able to apply to these places and be able to interview when you get an interested opportunity. You want to be able to give them what you need. B, you want to have a good resume. Your resume needs to pass these new AI systems that they're using to quickly sift through resumes. Your resume needs to be brief, straight to the point, but matching the requirements that are typically asked of from a job. And it needs to be easy to read. Then you also need the time daily to apply and interview for these types of jobs. Lastly, Sometimes you may need additional equipment, like of your own, that they don't provide. Like there's a lot of opportunities that will provide their own equipment, so you won't need to purchase anything additional. But if you do invest in equipment, that's even better, because that opens you to more opportunities. It's usually your own laptop, high-speed internet, headphones, and sometimes an Ethernet cord. If you get it where you don't have to do an Ethernet cord, then you really got freedom. But that's basically what you need to get you a work from home job. You just need a smartphone. You need a good resume. You need the time to apply and interview daily for these opportunities. And sometimes you may need your own additional equipment, laptop, headset, all that good stuff. Go to find these work from home jobs. Another great question. I'm so glad you asked. So you can go to the main job boards, which are usually Indeed, LinkedIn, ZipRecruiter, Monster, wherever you want to go. 9 times out of 10, they got like a filter that you can use to filter out all the remote jobs so that you can look for just remote jobs. My tip with that, if they do have that, filter it for your location as well, because sometimes they require you to be in a certain location, and they may be flexible about where you at, but most times they're not. They want you to be in the location that they destined in their job description, so you have to look out for that. You can use the online only job boards, which are going to be FlexJobs, Remote.co, Fiverr, LiveOps, Arise, platforms like that. So FlexJobs and Remote.co are literally websites that you can go to that have online job listings. Now you do have to pay for. It's very cheap, and they do vet like the jobs on there, so 9 times out of 10 you're not going to be dealing with a scammer from FlexJobs. Remote.co, you don't have to worry about none of that. You just see online jobs, you can go apply for them. Fiverr, LiveOps, and Arise, these are all 1099 type of online job opportunities. So Fiverr is just you offering out your services at whatever price you want to put them as, and people come and they pay you for it. With LiveOps and Arise, this is strictly customer service from a lot of big name brands, and you sign up with the client through LiveOps or Arise, and you basically start taking calls for that client. Now you do have to do a background check, which you have to pay for, and you do typically go through a training process to get you onboarded for that role, but you're not paid for the training. You're not paid until you actually start taking calls. So that's the caveat to that. And then lastly, another place that I like to go to when I'm looking for work from home jobs is I go to social media platforms and creators who I know post about work from home jobs. So YouTube, search work from home jobs. You're gonna find the latest videos, like what's been posted within a week. Go look up those jobs that they're talking about, apply. Now, the chances are really slim getting a job like that, because there's a lot of people that watch the videos and hence go apply for it, and 9 times out of 10 the position is not going to be available anymore if it's already been oversaturated with applications. That is another avenue, just to put that out there, where you can go to find jobs. Those major job boards, online only job boards, and work from home creators on social media. There are also like blogs you can go to where people post about this. So if you Google search work from home jobs, there's going to be a lot of blogs that pop up. Be careful what websites you're typing on, because you know there are scams out there. Just be, you know, mindful of what you're doing on these lines. And that segues me into what you need to look out for when you are applying for online jobs. There are going to be a lot of people trying to contact you for scam opportunities when you are applying for these work from home jobs. We're about to play hide and seek, and I told them once my video is done I'm gonna come find them. So they're getting antsy and running around my camera, but I'm going to come find them, so they should be hiding. So yeah, what you want to look out for when it comes to scams are people that say, come to blase website, look for blase for interview. Immediately block. Immediately disregard that application. Just don't even play with it. Anybody emailing you or texting you or leaving voicemails on your phone about you being paid an obscene amount of money for a simple and short task that you gotta consistently do, and they just need some information from you to get the ball rolling, immediately block them. That is a scam. Don't even go for it. Now, would also add, anybody asking you to buy things typically is a scam, but there are certain industries where you may have to pay for your background check. For example, like I said, with live ops and Arise, you have to pay for your background check, but you really work for yourself on those platforms. I can literally vet that for you. But anybody else saying yeah, you just gotta buy the equipment, I can't even say the equipment, because sometimes you may need to get your own equipment. But in a nutshell, that's typically something that you want to look out for, the scams, just because they come very plentiful once you are in the market for a work from home job. So when you're looking at these jobs, something that you want to look at is the equipment requirements. You want to see if they're asking you if you need your own equipment or if they're providing the equipment. Because if you don't have the equipment, you want to look for jobs that are providing the equipment. But if you have the equipment, you want to make sure that your equipment is up to par or meets the requirements for the equipment that they're asking for. You also want to look out for what shifts they're hiring for. Most of these companies will tell you what shift they're looking for, whether that's graveyard, early mornings, afternoon, mid shift, blah, blah, blah. So if that's something that you're not really flexible with, you should look out for that. Not everybody's gonna put it, but most people do put it. Your pay rate. A lot of these companies be trying to get over, they're really not trying to pay you for real. So really be mindful of who you're applying to, what they're paying, and what they're asking you to do, and just know your worth. That's all I'm gonna say. And then also pay attention to the payout method. How are they paying you, and how often are they paying you? Does it make sense for you? Yes or no? Then move forward. Those are things to look out for when you are applying for work from home jobs: scams, equipment requirements, this work schedule, the pay rate, and the payout method. So if you like this video, you felt like it was very informational, or if there's anything that you want to see going forward, or you need more information on, let me know. Drop a comment, talk to me, I talk back. Don't forget to subscribe, turn on your notification bell, because like I said, I'm dropping a video every week. We're gonna pick Fridays at noon Eastern time. Fridays at noon Eastern time, I will be dropping a new video, and it will be of value to anybody who is looking to work from home or is looking to just make extra money, all that jazz.